I imagine that thinking of a time when things didn't go as planned, that's probably pretty easy for most of us, right? But what's not as easy is recognizing how God revealed God's self in the midst of that disruption. And maybe your disruption has been the death of a loved one. Or maybe it's a diagnosis, or waiting for a diagnosis. Maybe it's the loss of a job. Maybe it's a new job. Maybe it's a divorce. Maybe it's questioning the faith that you grew up in. Maybe it's family discord. Maybe it's uprooting and moving to a new town or to a new state. Maybe it's confronting the deep emotional issues and traumas in your life. Maybe it's societal upheavals. I mean, there are a myriad of things that come crashing into our lives like the waves of a storm. Now, not all of them have to be potentially life-altering events. I mean, maybe sometimes it's just getting a flat tire on your way to work and you're already late to work. Or maybe it's childcare canceling on your long-awaited date night. Or maybe there's a delay in your flight or a big traffic jam that keeps you from your anticipated vacation. When disruptions happen, rather than derailing us, how can they become divine appointments for God's work in our lives? Just like our Vacation Bible School kids learned important faith lessons around the campfire, that's the theme for this past week, we also can gain some valuable spiritual insights from around the campfire in our story today. And I believe that Paul's story can encourage us to take a look at our circumstances, our trials, our storms, our wrecks, and find meaning in them. Now, friends, it's not to overlook the pain. It's not to diminish the struggle. It's not to throw platitudes out there and just say, well, you just got to have faith, or don't worry, God has a plan. It's not to ignore the fear and the anguish, but it's to reorient ourselves, to find meaning and to seek God in the midst of it all.